What's going on, everybody? This is Dan French. It's the French Workbench Podcast. And thank you guys all for tuning in, whoever was there before.
Back for a brand new edition.
This is the brand new edition. You guys know this is your source for financing real estate, right? I mean, this is the most behind-the-scenes information regarding financing,
celebrities,
real estate, money talk, entrepreneurs here in Las Vegas. Got a full studio. We're going to talk a lot about property management. We're going to talk with Andy Papazian about appraisals and update on that. You know, we're going to talk with Mr. Iceman over here about what's going on in the housing market.
Yo, Cholos.
What's going on, Cholos? Brad, what's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Yo, brah.
What's going on?
No, I'm well, man. I'm well. I just wanted to play that part for a second. Now I'm done with it.
Yeah, what's going on with you today,
Not
bud?
much. Busy weekend, man. Going to an NFT party tonight. Got an open house tomorrow. Just doing real estate, solving deals, and
Getting it all going, huh?
that's it, man. Just busy.
Yeah, what's going on? So I got Mr. Rick Raines. He's back. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Anything going on with you, man? What's been going on? I mean,
Chilling. No.
You've been chilling
I've been
with the
gone
Cholo.
Been gone for 2 weeks. I told you guys I was headed up north to my grandson's 8th birthday, so we did that. And at the same time, my daughter's putting her ranch up for sale, so we were packing boxes. We were busy.
Yeah.
And then this last week, when we came back, my youngest grandson went ahead and gave me a cold. So I'm basically off that, but I'm sure you can still hear a little bit of it. I apologize if I don't come through clear, but you know, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. So we're glad to have you back. A lot of things has happened.
And
We also got Andy Papazian. He's our appraiser, and he's the guy that we go through. He's the guru of all appraisers. He's the guy that's been in the.
He's the appraiser's appraiser.
Man, he's been in the saddle for a long time, right, Andy?
Long time.
How long?
How long?
Well, I started in real estate back in '89. Then switched over to appraisals in 2003. So I've been in the industry for a long, long time.
And assuming you like appraisals more than actually selling real.
I do.
Yeah, I get that. Trust me.
What about it do you like? what about it do you like better?
I'm a little bit more in control of what happens.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right about that.
So let's go into and dive into the appraisal world of an appraiser, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody's wanting to show that there's value. And what are you seeing out there right now? I know a lot of people were going and waiving that appraisal contingency. Is that something you're still seeing right now?
Well, some lenders actually are waiving the appraisal contingency based on different criteria. And I've really never gotten a straight answer as to what qualifies it. Some people have told me that it's their credit score if they have a lot of equity on the refi. So there's certain criteria that they use to waive it.
Right.
Obviously, if you're buying a house cash, you don't have to have an appraisal.
Sure.
But I feel that's foolish. Because just because you're paying cash, you still want to know if that house was priced correctly.
I had 4 closings in the last 3 months where the buyer was doing like 40% down or like 45% down. And the lender just waived the appraisal because they're bringing enough down where they don't really care.
Yeah, the risk is minimized.
So what
They just straight up waived it.
Yeah.
You know?
So having said that, how many buyers do you think really give a rat's ass what the appraisal is? I mean, let's say that it came in 30,000 less than what they're offering. Do you think that's going to change their mind in getting the property?
It doesn't have to, but I mean, when you're buying anything, you want to know what the actual value is. You know, you don't want to pay 50,000 more because you didn't know. Now, if you're willing to do it knowingly, that's fine and dandy.
Isn't the value what the
No. When you're asking somebody else to pay for your mortgage, like the lender, that's not the value. The lender wants to know what the value is because if you
themselves.
If you take a walk in a year, the lender's now stuck with this property.
Yeah.
So, and if they overpaid because the buyer felt it was worth it at the time, there's something wrong with that.
So wait a second. So if you've got all of these cash offers and everybody here knows that, what is it, 40% we discovered are all cash deals or what's happening?
Something like that.
So you're not taking those into consideration 6 months later that they paid cash because, they weren't they didn't know what it was that they were buying and how much they were paying?
No, we do use those comps. Absolutely, I would use those comps, and they help us define the higher range of the market.
So let's talk a little bit about what's happening out there right now. So are you seeing homes? Because we bring you on, Andy, to kind of give us some insight about what you're seeing, maybe some trends that you're seeing, maybe some changes that's going on that people should be aware of if they're trying to buy a house here. So is there anything out there that's trending where, obviously there was appraisal contingencies being waived. People were not worried about what the appraisal was. Is that starting to go away now?
I'm seeing a little bit of stabilization.
Okay.
Although I've talked to some realtors and they're saying, no, the demand is still there, blah, blah, blah. But, we used to get, because we have to review the contracts when we do the appraisal. I'm not seeing the multiple offers. Now, that's not saying that's not saying there are no more multiple offers, but I'm not seeing it as much.
Like I was saying a few weeks ago, it's really about the price point.
Right.
Like if you're $450 and you've got a pool and it's a good property, you're going to get multiple offers.
Right. Exactly.
Period.
Right. Yeah. So I'm bottom line is I'm seeing a little bit of stabilization.
Yeah. Are you seeing that, Rick, too? Are you seeing some stabilization somewhat in the market? Because I know you probably see what's going on, especially like within the rental sector.
Still getting multiple applications for rentals?
Very much slowed down.
Very much slowed down.
Very much slowed down. So, a few weeks ago, I told you we had like 1 or 2 properties, then we went to 0.
Yep.
I'm sporting like 6 to 8 right now.
Wow.
And nothing much is happening.
Nothing's happening. Is it because of the time of year, you think, why this is starting
That
to
comes
slow
into
down?
play big time.
That comes in big time.
What about you, Andy? You think, this time of year, you look at appraisals and, they're slowing down?
The appraisal side of it really doesn't slow down because we also have the refi market.
I see.
So if it's not one, it's the other. So
Are you seeing more refis?
It's been steady, actually. I would say 50-50.
I feel like the refi sector, I guess you would call it, is slowing down. I'm not saying people aren't coming to refi, but man, it's starting to just, I don't know if it's the time of year, but maybe the rates have gone up. Everybody's just, I'm going to take a break. It's the worst distressed home that you had to deal with. Like, did you walk into a house and it was like the walls were, busted down? Like, what's the worst home you've been in?
I had one situation where it was actually unsafe to walk in it because there was holes on the floor.
Holes in the floor?
I mean, big holes. This house was so dilapidated, it was not even funny. Jeez. I called the lender from the spot, and they said, just walk away from it and come back. And,
So they don't think about this when you're writing the offer, though, huh? They don't come into it and say, well...
Dude, the realtor should have known before he ever wrote that offer was somebody getting a loan.
Or maybe just specify that this needs to be cash only.
Yeah,
or that's exactly that effect. This was a long time ago, so I don't remember the exact details.
Number one, the agent who had the buyer should have never taken a finance buyer there. And number two, the listing agent should have listed as cash only. I mean, that's wasting everyone's time.
Yeah.
I had one situation. This was a townhouse, and this was only a couple of years ago. I went in there. The property was vacant, and as I'm walking, the carpet's going. So I'm thinking, why is this soaking wet like this?
Yeah.
The kitchen was totally destroyed. And the lender, again, they said, we're not going to lend on this.
So when the realtor's making these offers, they don't ever bring it up. Like, it's weird that they wouldn't bring it up to the lender and be like, hey, would this be an issue on the appraisal? I don't know what that...
Dude, realtors, you'd be surprised what there's a lot of common sense things that realtors could approach from the very beginning and use that would save everybody
a lot of it is lack of knowledge also.
Yeah, like, that too.
If you take a listing in an older neighborhood, and you know that house will probably go on an FHA loan, and you see the fascia boards are all peeling, but again, they don't know that this is an issue. But this is an FHA condition, actually.
I say the seller, you see those fascia boards?
Yeah.
I almost guarantee you're going to have to scrape it and repaint it.
The water heater is not strapped. You should you should
drip
be telling
pan.
that seller that, hey, not drip pan is not a requirement, but the straps are.
Okay.
So you should be preparing your seller to get
what is for
things
VA?
Done.
But
I don't do VA, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's another lender out there that is very, very small in the market. Back in the day, back in the 70s, probably had a little more clout, and those are the hard money lenders.
Yes.
And those guys, if you're paying 18-19% on your mortgage, they'll take most anything, especially if you're putting something down. And so the appraiser...
that's a good point.
Yeah, just jump over that hole. Yeah,
that's If you want to go the hard money route, that's a whole different game.
Different game.
that's it.
We can make magic happen there, baby.
Yeah, I mean that's something.
No, I was just going to ask him if he had any stories. Appraisers are going out to these properties of situations that you run into unexpectedly. It could be anything. I can come up with a whole bunch of scenarios that property managers run into all the time. But what is it? What is it that appraisers not necessarily fear, but are apprehensive about if they go out when they go out?
Big
to a property?
dogs like mailmen.
Yeah, or whatever. Anything?
Not much actually. I mean, people are pretty good about doing stuff with their dogs, like put them in the back or you put them in the garage for a little while.
They know you're coming.
Yeah. What I tell people is, look, I'm going to do the outside perimeter first, so make sure the side gate's open. And if you have a big dog or whatever, put him in the garage for a couple of minutes or any room. I'll do the perimeter, and then I'll just trade places with him, put him in the backyard, and I'll do the rest of the house. So,
what is the options like if you have like a pool that's not working? Like, because a lot of people, they have pools. I don't see why you would not want to get the pool working, but sometimes the seller doesn't want to spend the money to do it, right?
Well, what I've seen, what I've run into actually is people would have drained the pool because of the winter months, and the pool is peeling and stuff, so they're going to get it done in the summer or whatever. But when they're refining the house, so I go over there, and obviously the pool's not fixed yet, but the lender's going to make them fill the pool. It has to have clean water.
Because you can't count it if it's not working. I mean,
not only count it, but they want to have water in there. Otherwise, they're not going to loan.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's right now, it's not. It's not a valuable. Yeah. It's because it's not full. It's not working.
But it's a hazard, is what it is.
Yeah, that's true too.
But can't you list that as a skateboard park?
I haven't tried that yet.
Put some graffiti on the side.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Have the homeowner's kid do a couple of
That was Dan's Cholo days.
Right.
You know what's crazy?
You know you hit the skate park back in the day.
Dude, my brother, right? He's in California. He had a half pool, and they took it and put it above ground, and he actually made a ramp out of it. It's pretty.
Your brother did?
Yeah, not one of my brothers. Yeah,
one of your brothers.
One of my brothers. So it's weird because he was skating, and it was like he actually got hurt on it. But it's weird that it was like an old half.
Which
pool.
Half
I'm
pipe,
curious,
man.
which half?
He had a half
the
pipe,
bottom
bro.
half or the
half pipe?
Yeah, it was a half.
That's
pipe.
great. Yeah, man. You're
Dude.
quintessential California kid, man.
I'm telling you, man.
SoCal in the house.
How do you have half a pool?
You know what's crazy? So he found this. I don't know where he found it, but it was already broken in half, and it was one of
like
those
a
older
fiberglass?
stuff. Yeah, it was a fiberglass pool. And then he kind of rebuilt it, and he kind of like made it a little bit stronger. He actually had people over, and they were half piping it, man.
Half pipe, man.
The dice.
I had this one deal I did not too long ago.
You and your girl like to go on a night out? I got some tickets for you.
So I
Like
had
steak?
this appraisal that I did not too long ago, right? So the guy goes, this is our second or third appraisal we're doing. And I go, why?
What?
He goes, because they're not coming in the value. So I said, stop.
Wait,
I don't want to hear what the value is.
Was this the seller?
The seller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say, don't tell me it's an agent or a lender.
So
Dude, I'll slap them.
I said, he goes, we love this location, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking across the street, right? There's this power station and one of those cell towers, a really big one.
Yeah.
Big fat one. And he goes,
With the palm tree on
I
top.
love brain cancer.
he goes, this is the reason we bought this property. Because it's
Shut
so
up.
private. He goes, it's so private, right?
While his ears are bleeding.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, this
And then
is probably why he didn't come in.
Did he have some swampland that he would sell you to? Because, I mean, I heard that shit's a really good deal right now.
Right?
This time of year.
Told myself, I don't want to know any of these. I don't want to know what the other values came in.
Crazy.
I don't want to know what you're expecting.
Crazy.
I'm done.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, stories like that, I bet you
Yeah,
could
but
just
you got
line 'em
realtors,
up, huh?
man. The reason I'm bringing this up too is you got realtors, Brett. You've been out to probably meet a appraiser.
No,
out to
we've had this
Hey,
discussion.
man.
No, I don't.
Are you sure, Brett?
100%. Dude, I've been in this business since 05. I saw it when the market was up. I saw it when it was way down, and I saw everything in between.
I'm just.
I've never met an appraiser out there.
Never.
And there's nothing wrong with meeting the appraiser. I'll be glad to talk to agents
Yeah.
as long as they don't start saying this is the number we need.
Yeah.
Okay? And I tell a lot of times, I'll call the agent, especially if I see there's no comps that support that. I go, feel free to
Yeah.
send me some MLS numbers. I'll pull them up,
I
take a
have,
look
I,
at
have,
it.
I have done that, or like a remodel. I've sent the stuff ahead of time to the lender to pass on to the
Right,
appraiser,
right.
but I've never gone out there. So I provide what I need to for the homework for my sellers.
That's fine.
But
I'll take
I'm not
whatever
going to go out there.
information you
I don't
got.
want anything to do with any kind of interaction.
No,
Have they-
there's nothing wrong with that, actually.
Yeah.
You can meet me
I'm just
there and
paranoid like that, man.
No. As long as you're not talking numbers and then we need this number,
Yeah.
you're fine. We
What
can
about if
talk-
you just write it down on a piece
Yeah.
of paper and hand it to you?
That's not going to the bank.
Hey,
Speaking of numbers, I'm sure your kid has a college fund, right? What do I need to?
have they ever, Andy, have they ever stood out by your car while you're doing the appraisal with a 9-iron? That's happened to me.
Really?
No shit.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, one of my tenants.
Wow.
She did not like the fact that I was doing an inspection, and she didn't want to be evicted, and she grabbed her 9-iron and went for my Jeep. And I just said, no, never mind, I'll come back later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not worth it. Wow. She was gonna go out to your Jeep.
Oh, she was headed there.
Wow.
No, she was headed to my Jeep with a 9-iron. And
I mean,
what's interesting,
do these things happen a lot, man? Where you have
Crazy
confrontation
people?
like that?
no, it doesn't happen a
Yeah.
lot. But when you're dealing with hundreds and thousands,
You're just gonna run into
of
it.
rentals. We're going to run into it, and this is over time. This is one story out of 30 years.
Yeah.
So in this particular tenant, she thought she was really doing a great job, I would assume, in her decorating, and I am not joking one iota on this. Her condo was completely white, floor to ceiling, all the walls, and she took a sponge, about a 9-inch sponge, black paint, and made stars over every wall,
What?
inside the closet, and on the ceiling.
Well, I mean, I don't understand the concept of why somebody would do that. I really don't. I
Well-
mean, it's just weird.
Do you understand the concept of somebody painting over the tiles in the shower and the granite countertops?
Wait, they painted on top of the tiles and the granite countertops.
Yes.
I mean, people do.
That was my house.
They're freaking.
Wow.
Most of the time, most of these times, these people have substance abuse problems.
That's like asking why is the sky blue, man? I mean,
I didn't even know. I
people
didn't think
are
any-
nuts.
Can't you?
People
but,
are nuts.
But can't you charge them for that? Right as they leave, you got like.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, okay,
you keep
that's
the deposit,
funny.
but that's not enough.
he's cute, isn't he,
He
Rick?
is really cute. Yeah, you're adorable.
You're
man.
adorable, Dan. Rick, I love. Yeah,
You're not stepping up, man, and
Oh
saying
my
you gotta
God.
pay for this stuff.
Here's my bill.
Yeah,
leave it
that's a great statement from a 5-year-old that doesn't know anything about reality. That's cute,
So
Dan.
you're not recouping the money, Rick.
No, you're not.
Dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're chasing them
so
where?
it's understood they owe you. Now the problem is actually
Collecting.
getting the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you just gotta you gotta take them to court, right?
Because they'll show up at court and pay you, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
really gonna
dude.
find them.
Yeah. So now you're wasting more money to get no money. Sounds like a
so
plan.
what do you do in that situation?
You
Is
write
it-
off
is
as a
it-
tax loss.
Is your situation
That's what you do.
salvageable?
Yeah, the paint came right off.
Okay.
It was the type of paint that it just peels right off.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was a little bit harder to peel off the cabinets, but it did eventually come
Were you-
off.
were they-
It's harder to get out of the carpet.
Were they doing that to piss you off?
No,
though? No.
She was a very creative girl, very nice girl.
She was nuts.
She just thought that was.
And then
the thing
you
to
get her
do.
high and she's even crazier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who knows, dude?
So-
You just never know. All walks of life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. What about you, Rick? Did you get that all satisfied over there?
What?
The 9-iron thing.
The 9
The
iron.
iron thing? Yeah, I drove off.
She paid in full. Let me tell you.
Let's talk with Rick. Rick, what's up, buddy? What's going on in the rental sector or the property management sector?
Well, basically, what I was going to bring up today, and what's interesting is, Dan, both you and Brett hit right on it. I've got something I'm going to bring up here in a minute, but what I wanted to talk about is why do tenants buy? Okay, and it's kind of counterintuitive to me being a property manager, but there's basically a report just came out that said there are 3 reasons why tenants buy. The first is they're looking for consistent payments. So as we all know, in this last year, rents have been rising. People have been having to pay $200, $300, $400, $500 more a month. The second thing is they're looking for flexibility in the space that wherever they're living. When you're renting a property, you don't get the option of taking out a wall, of painting it, whatever,
Changing the flooring.
doing whatever it is that you want to do. And of course, then the last thing the reason that they buy is to build wealth, and that's probably the most important part. And that's what I wanted to key on right now, is that the difference between people that rent and people that own. Back in 2010, renters basically had wealth of $6,010. Okay,
For renters?
for renters. For homeowners, their average net worth was $204,000 because, and mostly in part because of the equity in their home. And over the last 5 years, that has changed from the standpoint that it went from $6,010 for the tenant to $6,270. So basically, $260 tenants went up over the course of the last 9 years. Homeowners, on the other hand, went up 51,000. They went from 204 to 255.
I see.
So the point of trying to make to tenants is that if you want to increase your wealth, you want to have something for retirement, you want to improve your situation, the writing is on the wall. You need to move from being a tenant into doing whatever you can to buy. What's interesting is that the average increase in property last year for homeowners was 51,000. That's the average. But in Vegas, which is the figure Dan just gave, 64,000 in Nevada. Yeah. And the other thing that's interesting about it is that Nevada is one of the top 10 states in appreciation.
I can elaborate on that with an article, by the way. Anyways.
So anyway, there's 39 other states that are appreciating at a lower overall figure. So, you know, like 31,000 or 29 or whatever. So Vegas and Nevada is sitting in a very good spot from that standpoint. And another interesting thing that I found, this is a couple years, actually this is a couple months old, from August 21. We're always talking about how great Vegas is doing in Nevada. Vegas, or Nevada, the West, has appreciated 7.2% month to month from August 20 to August 21. Whereas the Midwest is up 10.4 and the South is up 8.6. So we're not the highest and best. The Northeast is where they're suffering the most as far as appreciation. It's only 4.6%. But we're doing really well. So if you're a tenant and you're out there, you want to build wealth, the way to do it is to talk to Brett, talk to myself, buy your first home.
Yo,
Right.
give me a call.
Give you a call. One call, that's all.
702-628-FIRM.
Anything else?
I got to look at the camera. Firm.
Hold on, we got to talk to Rick
It's
here.
fine.
No, the other thing that I wanted to bring up, you know, we've been talking over the last few podcasts about whether or not the where the sales are headed. So, according to Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, and Mortgage Bankers Association, over the next year, it's going to appreciate 5.3%, 5.1%, and 8.4%, according to the mortgage bankers. And on the flip side,
I got a different one.
okay,
2.8%.
good. So the mortgage rates,
Mine's from CoreLogic.
mortgage rates, according to Freddie Mac, 3.8, Fannie Mae 3.2, and mortgage bankers 4.2, average 3.7. I know Dan hates figures like this.
That's supposed to be appreciation for the next year?
This is supposed to be the cost of new loans are going up.
Should I just buy or should I wait?
So you should buy.
So you mean those are those
So
are
you
going to be
should-
the interest rates?
Those are going to be an increase in the interest rates. So
See?
what that's going to cost you
Yep.
is an additional $260 a month. Over the course of a 30-year loan, it's going to run you around $96,000 if you keep it for the whole term. But here's the kicker. The appreciation, minimum appreciation, 118. So you're going to be up almost $20,000 just, again, whether interest rates go up this next year or not,
Yeah.
doesn't make any difference, because everybody that I'm looking at and the reports that I'm getting is that we're still going to continue to appreciate about 5% a year for the next 5 years.
Yeah, but we appreciated crazy numbers. I think it was like 17 to 19% year over year.
So I'm saying it's slowing down.
Yeah,
So
so that craziness
5%
is
a
over
year.
with, and now we're
So
back
they
to a
did
normal
about
market.
But listen,
5% a year.
we're not going to appreciate to 19% like we did. This
No.
is a different frenzy now. It's just, I
Yes.
feel like going into next year, it might be 5 to 7%. That's still
Exactly.
there. Right. But
That's
I don't
going to
feel
be good.
That's going to be good for the next 5 years. Five,
Yes.
five.
Dude, I'll take that all day long for an appreciation each year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at. So that's a better opportunity for people to buy a home. Is that right?
That's correct.
And so kind of what we were saying before too is, so by interest rates going up to in the 4s, you're paying what, $250 more, and it was like $90,000 over 30 years. So back a couple months ago when we were talking about people paying 40 or 50 grand over, I said, yeah, but the interest rates are so cheap right now that it doesn't matter.
That's exactly
This
why I
is-
brought it up.
that is
because
proof right there.
Because
Yep.
these reports are saying the exact same thing that
Absolutely, yep.
Brett said 2 weeks ago.
What do you think, Mr. Brett, Jenny? You got anything on real estate, man?
He covered it pretty much all, man.
Everything's good.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to end the show. You have anything else to say here, Rick?
No, that's it.
All right, guys, we're going to end the show.
Cool.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks
We
for
got
watching,
a big
everyone.
day. Everybody, check out Andy Papazian. He's well, I don't know if you can check him out. He's an appraiser, but
He'll be checking your
check me
property
out.
Coming to a
for
property
Andy.
near you soon. Right, Andy?
Coming to your house soon.
Coming to your house soon.
Hey,
That should be your tagline.
There you go.
Coming to your house soon.
I always forget. Check out our website, www.property-mgmt.com. And you can see all our availables. You can get questions answered. Give us a call. Phone number's available.
Also, guys, subscribe to the channel. This is, we're trying to grow the channel. Please subscribe. If you have questions, like Andy's in here, I bring these people that are professionals, right? They've been doing this stuff for years. If you have certain questions, ask him in the comment section. He'll jump on the YouTube channel. He'll answer those questions. And also like the channel, right? I mean, give us some likes. You know, if there's
Subscribe
some
is more important,
feedback's
but like
good
is
too.
cool.
You know what? If you guys feel like, hey, we can do something different, or you guys want more about the show, let us know. Let us know what you guys would want. We're here to obviously grow the channel and appease and educate. So this is Dan French, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Folks, have a great weekend, and we'll see you then.